And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That's who is going to change things up.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Play action. It's Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Gun.
They give it to Brown. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Joseph.
Down the right sideline.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. 45 yards.
And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now they'll go with a reverse.
And just shutting him off there.
And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And taken right at the 35.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving core to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Chase Brown.
His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
He gets it to Burks again.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Down the left sideline.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 28.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Tua.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
An inside give, Brown. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry.
1-1,
and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
11, Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Gun. Got.
Here's Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go.
Handing it off to Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 1, ready?
2nd and 10.
Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Andre Yoshivas
With an amazing diving catch.
And the Bengals extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now here is another interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
On 1, ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Brown. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
Here we go.
but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space.
On 1,
but
ready?
there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Running right, here's Brown. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd down, here's Brown. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They try and run forward here with Brown. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here we go. Tonight.
Now Levis.
Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Army!
Levis. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
49, Mike 49.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Back to throw, it's Levis. That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
Levis to throw it.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
This is Harris. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The D can only stop at 1 more.